Could Shericka Jackson beat Shelly and Fraser Pryce over the 100 meters? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit that subscribe button. When you do that, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoyed the content, please hit that like button. And finally, leave your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think there's any hope of a Shericka Jackson, the superwoman, beating the GOAT, Shelly and Fraser Pryce, over the 100 meters? Una ready? Yep, good to go. Our very own superwoman here in Jamaica, Shericka Jackson, has been working fastidiously since the beginning of the 2022 season. We have seen her running in several 60-meter dash, both outdoors and indoors, and in fact, she's scheduled to compete in the upcoming 60-meter dash at the World Indoor Championships. However, can she beat Shelly and Fraser Pryce over 100 meters? Now, we have not yet seen Shelly and Fraser Pryce run thus far publicly since the beginning of the 2022 season, but word is that she is in wonderful, well, generally great shape. Since the 2022 season, we have seen Shericka Jackson concentrating on building her 60-meter dash, and she's been doing a lot of these races. In fact, her personal best over the 60-meter happens to be 7.12 seconds, which at that time placed her at number 10 fastest over the 60-meter for the 2022 season. Here she is running that 7.12 at the Tyson Invitational. Now, the world's third fastest all-time and second fastest woman alive, Shelly and Fraser Pryce, she's known for getting out of those blocks faster than anyone else, and we have seen her run some explosive times. In 2021, just in 2021 at least, we saw her run a 10.63, and then came back to run this remarkable third fastest all-time over the 100 meters, 10.60 at the Diamond League. So we are certain that to some of you, even asking this point seems mute. It seems like a ridiculous question to ask. I mean, how can Shericka Jackson, a 400-meter specialist, 200-meter sprinter, ever hope to beat a Shelly and Fraser Pryce, the third fastest woman all time over the 100 meters? And that's Shelly and Fraser Pryce's bread and butter. The 100-meter, that's her thing. But there are reasonable questions why we are asking this. You see, I noticed last year in several of their encounters, meaning between Shericka Jackson and Shelly and Fraser Pryce, in the last 5 meters or 10 to 5 meters of every encounter that they had, Shericka Jackson, had she ran through that line, would probably have beaten Shelly and Fraser Pryce. Now, I'm going to show you this. This is the national trials in 2021 over the finals of the 200 meters, where of course Shelly and Fraser Pryce won in her fastest time to date over the 200 meters, which I think is 21.77. Correct me if I'm wrong, 21.71. It's one of the two. But I want you to notice the last 10 meters of this race and look at Shericka Jackson virtually catch Shelly and Fraser Pryce on the line. Now I know that this is a 200 meters, but just watch. The time was actually 21.79 for her, and for Shericka it was 21.82. But did you see how in the last 10 meters Shericka closed down on her? Had she ran through the line, she would have beaten Shelly and Fraser Pryce. Now let's watch the finals of the women's 100 meters at the national trials. Now just watch again. As I said, it's in the last 10 meters of the race, over this 100 meters, that Shericka Jackson makes her move, the last 10 meters. And I know that in the national trials, she didn't come as close to catching her. I mean, Shelly won by a good distance, but it wasn't the same in the finals at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics of the 100 meters, where we won 1, 2, 3, Elaine, Shelly, and Shericka. Look at the very last 10 meters. Shericka literally catches Shelly and Fraser Pryce on that line. Watch. Remember, the time was 10.74 for Shelly and 10.76 for Shericka Jackson. It was that close, and it was the same thing at the Prefontaine Classic a few weeks later. Very same thing. Now the question I'm wondering is what is it? Is it that Shericka has this massive respect for Shelly and Fraser Pryce, or is it just something that needs to be worked on? This is the Prefontaine race. Watch. Now the times for both Shelly and Shericka were very similar as they were at the Olympic finals. 10.74 for Shelly, 10.76 for Shericka Jackson. Again, clearly, Shericka closes on Shelly Ann in that last 10 meters of that 100 meter. And the times were very similar at the Prefontaine Classic to the Olympics, meaning Shelly ran 10.74, Shericka ran 10.76. It was very close. The question I'm asking is, okay, what's the problem? First thing I'm observing is she needs to get out of the blocks much faster, which is probably why they're working on these 60 meters. She's got to get out of those blocks. Her first 60 meter needs to happen in about, by my calculation, if she can get it done in like a 7 seconds or a 7.5, she becomes a real threat. Second thing, she has to learn to run right through that line. I mean, run right through that line. We saw her make that mistake in the heats at the 200 meters at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, where she basically shut down 10 meters out and everybody ran past her. And that's why she didn't make it to the finals. Also, I noticed that when she ran against Christine Mboma, pretty much the same thing happened. Mboma caught her in that last 10 meters, and it's almost as if Shericka faded. Now, I know Shericka has tremendous stamina as a 400 meter runner and a 200 meter specialist. So something else is not happening. It's not happening there. It can't be stamina. It could just be killer instinct. I don't know. I might be completely off the mark here, but just follow my reasoning. So my answer to my own question is yes. If we can get her to run that first 60 meters in 7 seconds, and if she can get that killer instinct and go win no matter what the cost, hit that line, and maybe have a little less respect for Shelly and Fraser Pryce, she can beat her. She can beat her over that 100 meters. I want to know your thoughts, okay? I really want to know your thoughts. Now, do not forget to hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow here at Peter Lloyd World. Remember, the goal now is 20,000 subscriptions. We'll get there. So people, hit the subscribe button. When you do that, go and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video once a day here, at least. Also, if you enjoy the content, hit the like button. And leave your comments. Let me know your thoughts on our theory. You are kings and queens. Your greatness personified. Believe in yourselves and bless up.